didn't hear anything or something. Are we ready to go? Say when. Okay, hey, here we are. It is time for the Barriers and Breakthroughs show. And we had a little bit of an upgrade, so we're a little late today. Sorry about the technical difficulties. But I'm glad you're joining us. For those of you that want to learn something about how to save your family money and get great health insurance, that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm Rochelle Payne-Baum. I am the pain whisperer. Yes, I'm a physical therapist, and I love to help people fix their pain. Some people call me a pain in the you-know-what, because sometimes I have to cause a little bit of pain, but in the long run, it's really to help you overcome your pain. And so if you have pain, go to mypainwhisperer.com. That's a place that you can message me, and we can figure out how to help you fix your pain. So also, we have a sponsor for the Barriers and Breakthroughs show, and we have two sponsors. One is Racer's Edge Hand Car Wash. We talked about that last week. Any of you that came in got a free deluxe hand car wash. It's located at 1980 Country Place Parkway. No machines here. This is where you bring your car to make sure and get a nice deluxe car treatment that you come out shining and looking great and feeling awesome in your car. So go to Racer's Edge and mention the Barriers and Breakthrough show, and you can get a free hand deluxe car wash. So just go ahead and do that. And also, we like to thank Jerry Flores for Dreamlight Productions. That's his studio where we are at today with the beautiful Christmas tree. And so we thank Jerry for that. You can do videos, quinceañeras, weddings. He's great. So Dreamlight Production Studio. Thank you guys for sponsoring us today. So I want to introduce us to our wonderful guest. This is Tiffany Robbins.
Hi.
And she's amazing. She's saving our family lots of money. And so I'm just so excited to share that with all of you, especially because health is so important. I'm a physical therapist, and health is so important. I teach people that every day. I live it every day. So that's why I want you guys to listen up, because health insurance is so important, and there's better things out there than Obamacare. That's what I'm going to tell you. So let's turn it over to Tiffany, and welcome to the show. And let's go ahead and tell us a little bit about who you are, starting off. A little bit about what business you did before.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for having me tonight. I am I'm really honored. Yeah. So thank you.
I think you're awesome.
Oh my God, you.
Yeah.
Well, we could sit here for 30 minutes talking about
how
awesome we each other are.
Yes. Awesome. Well, Debbie Keith's on, Jeremy's on. So Sherry Petty, you know what? I went to grade school with Sherry.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Sherry. She's a great supporter. And anyway, I really appreciate it, Sherry. I love hearing about you and everything. So thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, a little bit about me. Oh goodness. Just start with like my career.
Yeah, okay. Because you totally switched careers. So
I did. I spent 25 years actually in HR, specializing in recruitment, career management, outplacement, repositioning, and organizational development, new market development, and started with some staffing companies doing recruitment, then moved into, big oil with ExxonMobil, where I worked on campus recruitment, international recruiting.
Traveling all over the place. Yeah.
Well, I was a mom, and I wasn't really big on traveling.
Okay.
So it was important to me to stay home and raise my kids at home.
Okay.
So I didn't.
You did the right thing.
I stayed home.
Good job.
And then left ExxonMobil and went to a private equity firm where we would buy companies and pick them apart and put them back together and staff them, and that was a lot of fun. But during that process, I kind of carved out my own little niche where I was doing this career management phase and helping business owners find out the best way to take their business, and they'd get into a rut or get discouraged and didn't know what they wanted to do. So I spent a lot of time helping them decide what direction to take their business or what direction to take their careers in some instances. Worked with a lot of,
big companies.
Yes. Also worked with new college graduates and and getting a job and interview training and resume writing and just the full scale of it all. And then branched off and opened my own firm and did all of that for myself. And it was awesome. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I met some amazing people that I still have awesome relationships with. It's just so fun seeing like the kids that are coming out of college, and you work with them and you train them and give them some tools to take into their career. And now I get to see some of them on Facebook and how they're got these awesome thriving careers and they're doing well and they getting married and having babies. I'm like, oh my God, because I feel like I used to call myself Mama Tiff to all of these guys,
And Facebook helps keep you guys intact and like connected. That's awesome.
It does.
So
it's awesome.
Really cool.
But then I had my world just got completely wrecked because I received a very debilitating medical diagnosis that pretty much had me bedridden for about 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
And at the time, having my own firm, I did not have health insurance. And it just was like earth-shattering. I mean, it destroyed me. It just destroyed a lot of things.
Oh man.
So fast forward a few years, now I'm healthy and I'm thriving and things are good.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
But whenever
wow, that's heavy.
I was, looking to getting out of bed and going back to work. And
did you use a good physical therapist like me?
Well, if I'd have needed one, I would have called you.
Sure. Yes,
it's just in my situation, I didn't need physical therapy.
Yeah. And you didn't know me.
I didn't, but I'm sure I'd have done my research and I'd have found you.
I know, I would have been there for you.
Totally, I believe that. So I was going to open my firm back up and start doing career management again, because that was just the logical thing to do after doing it for 25 years. But the passion was gone, and it was very discouraging because I was really big on telling all of my clients, find something that you're passionate about. And whenever you're doing something that you're passionate about, you don't work a day of your life. And I'm also really big on, if you're going to talk it, you better be prepared to walk it. And being that I wasn't passionate about it anymore, I found it very difficult to find the enthusiasm to start it back up.
Why the change? I'm not sure. So I started so successful, but just not the same.
Well, I wasn't passionate about it. That flame that I once held for, doing that consulting aspect of business, it just was gone. Yeah. So I started.
So it's kind of like a barrier in a way, right? Because it was what you knew, what you were good at, but then it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. And my integrity is very important, and I don't want. And it shows whenever you're trying to coach someone in their business or, finding a job. I mean, those are really personal things.
Yeah.
And
that's a good point.
You've got to be able to, if they don't believe you, if they don't feel it, then, they're just going to write you off and move on down the road.
Yeah. They won't engage or make a connection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I started doing some research, like what I did a few personality tests, and
that's a good thing. And if you guys need a breakthrough, think about that personality test. If you don't know what to do, right?
Absolutely, no matter what you're doing, whether it be career or just wanting to meet new people, understanding yourself and who you are and what makes you tick is really important. I used to test all of my clients whenever we would do the counseling aspect for like businesses. It's really important to be able to understand yourself. So I did some testing, because as life happens to you, and how you react back to it, some of your personalities, characteristics, some of that stuff changes.
Through life, changes.
So anyway, I did some testing and did some research, and during my research, I found that there were some different options that were available to people through health insurance. And that how I stumbled across it, I don't know. It was just a really weird, just stumbled across it, read it. It was.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I wish I'd have known this stuff 2 years ago, because I would have had more options available to me that might have financially insulated me against the situation that I went through.
Yeah, for you self-employed people, you know that health insurance is not the cheapest thing, and it's hard to keep. You know what I mean? All right. Woohoo, Ricky Cruz is on. What's up, Rick? Thanks for joining us. He's a great guy.
Yes.
He owns the mechanic. You know Ricky?
Yes, I actually had the pleasure of meeting him face-to-face finally yesterday.
Oh,
and it was wonderful to meet him and Lisa and get to spend a little bit of time with you guys.
They're awesome in the community. Thanks so much, Rick, for joining us. Yeah. So
I started doing more research regarding health insurance and found that there were a couple of opportunities available to me to go into the health insurance industry. And while I was doing this research, this flame inside just went whoosh and came back to life.
Breakthrough!
It was. And I thought,
that's great.
How awesome is this? So I took off running. I did more research, more studying. Then I applied to get my license, took some courses, got my license, became an agent. I'm not real keen on that term, but
you like coach, advisor, really? Cause, you
that's
can help people.
That's what that's the term I prefer, because there's such a negative connotation with the word agent, you know. Because so many people are out there to just push plans in your face and just sell you whatever and then move on to the next customer. Where I'm totally different.
She is. Trust me.
You want to talk about health insurance. You want to know what options are out there. I'm telling you, this is no joke. I've never seen anyone that could be passionate about health insurance, but I am.
But you
and it cracks me up.
So
I was just posting something last week, I think, that I don't know. Who'd have thought in a million years that me, of all people, with my background, would be passionate about being in health insurance. There's nothing fancy about it. There's nothing glamorous about it. But I guess just my life experiences.
Totally. Like, you know, that.
And knowing that there is something out there for each individual family, business even.
Yeah.
Whatever your situation is, there is actually an option for you. And you don't know those options unless you're able to get in touch with an advisor type person to explain all of them to you and not just push you into a plan. And
information makes a difference.
Education is key. I mean, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So my mission is just to get out there and educate as many people as I can to let y'all know what options are available to you, so that whenever you have certain situations or experiences come up, you know that you're financially insulated and covered, so that you don't, go into some kind of horrible devastation.
Yeah. So should I share my experience a little bit about?
Sure.
Or we do it at the end?
Whatever, your show, Mama.
I'll do it at the end so that you guys can get some real numbers. But first of all, Tiffany has an amazing family. She's a mom and a business owner. Like, it's super amazing. So I kind of wanted to go through a few pictures of your family right quick.
Okay.
And so Alexis Schmidt, yoo-hoo! She's one of my best friends. She's a doctor.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
She's in Arizona. Alexis. Yeah, Tiffany's awesome. She's saving us $20,000 a year. So I know you know what that means, but anyway.
That's like huge.
Pretty great. And you're a doctor, so you know how important health insurance is. So, okay, we're going to look at some pictures. And the first one is of your oldest son, right?
This is my oldest son. His name is Robert, and his wife, Alexis.
Okay.
We're looking at a couple on a blanket.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. That's her daughter. And her name's Alexis, too, right?
Yes,
She's beautiful. Okay, the next one is the three of you. I mean, the three kids and Alexis.
Correct. That's right. My daughter-in-law, Alexis, my oldest son, Robert.
Yeah.
My middle son, that's my youngest son, Grant, in the middle, and then my middle son, Austin, on the end.
Yeah. Okay. Then this is Grant at the Nutcracker.
No, that was actually us just, you know how I was telling you about me and my cousin, how we ran around town? Well, we had gone downtown with me and Grant and one of his friends, and we did a little Christmas photo shoot downtown.
Okay, tell everybody. Okay, this is fun, you guys, if you want to do something fun. Tiffany told me that. She's super fun. So you take your cousin, and what do you do?
my cousin is like my best friend in the world, and we thrive on staying young and doing crazy, silly things to help us maintain that youth.
Yes.
And one of those things is we will get together during the holiday, well, any holiday, Valentine's, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
4th of July.
summer, 4th of July,
Yeah.
Memorial Day, you name it. We'll get together and we'll go get matching outfits and go to different locations around town, and do like mini photo shoots and take pictures like we're like these famous models. And then we'll post them all over our social media accounts. But yeah, it's
awesome.
Kind of silly, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Sabrina Owens, she's one of my awesome friends. We go biking together, so she's a great supporter. Thanks, Sabrina. We lift weights together too. So
how fun!
She's,
awesome.
Hey, Sabrina. Yeah, she's a respiratory therapist at Memorial Hermann. She's awesome. Okay, next picture I think is Austin.
Yes, that's my middle son, Austin. That was at his birthday.
Okay.
He just turned 22.
And that's all of you there with you in the middle.
All my babies.
And then Robert.
Robert just graduated from San Jack.
Awesome.
And that was this past Sunday, him and Alexis at his graduation ceremony.
Cool. So, and I'm sure how did they feel about your newfound passion?
I guess
You'll have to ask.
Grant, I mean, my older two they're older, so they're out of the house and they're living their own lives and taking care of their own,
Yeah, but your insurance covers that. So,
well, it does.
It does.
I mean,
that's amazing. That's really
but my youngest, Grant, he's still at home, and so he kind of sees the majority of it, and he has seen the just complete transformation that finding something that I've been passionate about again, and that brings more meaning to my life. He'll vouch for me that I'm like a different person. I'm
great.
It just adds value, brings meaning. I feel it's so rewarding to know that I'm helping people every single day. And it's not so much about selling a plan or pushing a plan, because that's not what I do, but it's being able to honestly advise everybody on what their best options are, whatever their situation is, whatever their budgetary restraints may be. There are options. And I don't know until we sit down and actually, talk about it. Because sometimes you have one conceived idea as to this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is all I'm going to pay for it. But then once we talk, you're like, oh, well, I don't really need all that coverage, or, ooh, I maybe need a little bit more coverage, or, it's just
great. So I'm going to give you an example of what she did for us. And so I was kind of telling Tiffany about, we had to do Obamacare because we had Aetna, and then they went out of business, then Blue Cross, and then they went out. So each year we had to find something new. So we had to switch to Obamacare. That's the only option that was available. So last year, we didn't even get anything until we paid $18,000, because we had a $6,000 deductible plus a $1,500 premium. So even more than $18,000, it was $20-something thousand.
Right.
And it was my husband just had something simple. He just had a bronchitis, but he had to do an ER visit and all that. You have to pay out of pocket. It didn't cover anything.
Right. On the Obama plan that she was on, she had to meet her deductible before any services would be covered by the insurance. And the other thing is on the marketplace plans, the only thing that you have access to are HMOs or EPOs.
Right.
And now that open enrollment has ended, you can't even qualify to go in and look and get a plan unless you have a qualifying event. Whereas there are actually options on the private side that are available to you year round.
Yeah.
I mean,
she got us hooked up in less than 2 weeks, boom. You know what I mean? Because we're going to be traveling and we're all in one car. And I'm worried about that. So another thing too, we have a family of 10, and I looked up and she said, we have coverage for our kids until they're 26.
Yes.
That's amazing. Plus, it's not an HMO. You can go different places. It covers all these, ER visits, hospital. And okay, so let me tell you what it saves. So the minimal Obamacare plan, we would have had to pay $35,000 per year before getting any kind of health coverage.
Right.
That's any kind of health coverage. $35,000 because you have a $1,800 monthly premium.
And this was the cheapest plan.
This is the cheapest
cheapest plan on the
for a family of
marketplace today.
10. So add this up, it was $1,800 times 12. That was $21,000.
Right.
And then you have a $13,500 deductible that you have to pay before they cover anything. So I calculated $35,040 before you get any health insurance coverage. Whereas, okay, so what Tiffany got us was an amazing plan that covers your ER visits, covers, any kind of hospital. You actually have health coverage.
It's really the closest thing to a company-sponsored group plan that you're going to find outside of having a company plan on the open market. It's amazing.
And because we're self-employed, we're not able to get that from a company, but that's what you're actually getting.
I mean, it's a comprehensive plan.
Yeah. So it's only $1,000 a month premium and $1,000 deductible. That's it. And an out-of-pocket maximum of $9,000. So the worst case scenario, you're only going to pay $9,000. So,
hey, Chad.
All right. Hey, Chad. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. Okay, so it's saving us $35,000 compared with the total of your premium per year, which was $20,000 something dollars. But the difference, we have health insurance with just $1,000 deductible.
And she's covered from coast to coast.
Yeah, seriously. All of our kids.
So because she's on a PPO plan, which means that on this plan, she would be pretty hard pressed to not find a doctor or a facility that won't accept the plan.
Right.
And on the marketplace plans, those it's generalized geographical locations that you're only going to be able to receive coverage. Hey, David, welcome.
Hey, David. Awesome. I'm glad you're joining us. Thanks, David. Hope we're saying great things about your company. It's just a beautiful thing with them traveling. She doesn't have to have any worry about peace of mind. Really, it's just huge peace of mind. Plus, so much cheaper, saving us so much money, and we're so excited. So I want to share that with you guys. Tell us a little bit about what the name of the company is. How do people get a hold of you?
Okay, it's the name of the company that I work with is LEH Insurance Group, which stands for Leading Edge Holdings.
LEH. LEH.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look it up. www. What? LEH.com.
Oh gosh, David, comment real quick. They just caught me off guard. I don't know our web address.
Okay, she just started. Yeah. Anyway. Or email.
Awesome.
They can email you.
Yes.
We'll get that. Just hang on, guys, because we'll put it across the bottom of the screen. So you get that. But your email is good.
I think it's lehinsurancegroup.com is what I think. But
you don't want to say it wrong. But yeah.
I don't.
David, hope you're listening. Put that in. Okay, so you can also email Tiffany.
My email address is trobbins. That's TROBBINS LEH@gmail.com.
gmail.com. Cool.
The best way to reach me, though, honestly, is just to either call or text me on my cell phone.
Okay. Do you want to?
And that number is 281-615-1270. And I encourage you guys, if you have any questions about anything, just ask. I mean, consultations are free, and I am happy to help you guys any way that I can.
Totally. Like we met at Panera's. And, Terry, awesome. Thanks for joining us, Terry. They own the martial arts grappling zone.
Oh, yeah.
Terry and James, they're fabulous. So our kids were learning amazing things. My daughter was learning, amazing things she had to use on people.
Oh.
And she did it confidently. It was great. So she got a lot of confidence from going to their place. So that's awesome. Thanks for joining us, Terry. Did you have any questions? Because you guys probably want health insurance, too, since you own your own business. And this is really great. I promise you'll find amazing options that will help you. So Tiffany Robbins, I don't know if we put that on there. Did David respond? You got it on there?
We got T. Robbins, LEH@gmail.
Gmail, and her phone number.
No, they don't get that.
Okay. All right. So anybody have any questions? Email Tiffany. You can also just get on Facebook Messenger, right?
Absolutely.
So get on Facebook.
I am all over social media.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram,
and all kinds
Twitter.
of holiday outfits sometimes. So keep that in mind.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, we just had a consult of Panera's. Like, she just gave me great options. I told my husband, he's like, wow, that's amazing.
I can meet
And
you
he's
guys,
usually really
you know,
skeptical, so.
we can meet for coffee, we can have lunch, breakfast, we can do a virtual presentation if you want. I mean, I am so flexible, and I want to make it just as easy for you as possible because we all have busy lives. So whatever works best to fit into your schedule is what I can accommodate.
And another great thing is when you have questions, like Tiffany wants you to ask her and not have to go through the customer service. She'll just be your rep for you.
Right. I'm like your
CSR.
CSR. You have my personal cell phone number. I tell you, you know, put my name, put my number in your phone. You have questions, you call me. If I don't know, then I'll be looking it up and I'll be calling you back and letting you know what's going on.
In case CSR, I know she knows what this is.
Customer service representative.
Okay.
Yeah.
CSR, that's a new thing you might have learned, some of you, like me.
But customer service is important. And we're talking about your health and your health care and your health care coverage, you know. You know, having an ally, an advocate on your side is really critical.
Yeah. Advocate, that was the word I was thinking. Thank you.
Yes.
So I hope you guys have learned something great today on the Barriers and Breakthroughs show, especially if for those of you that need good health coverage, business owners especially, because it's hard to get as good of coverage like we're getting. My husband owns his own business and I have my own business, so you can't just get a company business, but what we got is equivalent to a company health insurance plan.
Very
and
similar.
It's amazing. One quick thing, I wanted to explain a little bit because people have heard about MediShare, but the company helps kind of work with the MediShare company.
The plan, so.
Yeah, depending on your plan. So it can make it affordable. So the point is that's how they make it affordable. So
some of the plan, what she's talking about is the comprehensive plan that
we got
Rochelle is on specifically is what we consider like a hybrid plan. And it has a health insurance company component and it has a MediShare component. And when the claims come in, then the insurance company takes care of like ABC, the MediShare company takes care of XYZ, and whenever that fiduciary responsibility is shared, then they're able to provide better coverage at lower premiums. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it. And they're bound by those government law, right? It's not like just a group of people deciding who gets health care or not. So it's actually insurance goes by insurance rules. So you actually get the coverage that you need. So so that's real important. So because some people use MediShare, but I wasn't 100% sure that it was going to really cover something because they just decide on their own. But insurance, they have to be, go by the rules. So awesome, Stasha. Love you so much. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I miss you. I hope you're doing great with all those football games with the Texans. She's amazing.
She is.
Yeah, great to see
you are on one of my top priority lists. I've been needing to get in touch with you about a couple of things.
Yeah, say hi to John for us. Give him a hug. Merry Christmas to you all. So, well, thank you so much for joining us again, the Barriers and Breakthroughs show. I hope you've learned something again about the health insurance options that you have. Tiffany will let you know the best things that you can get. I'm so excited for our family because I have so much more peace of mind knowing that we have health coverage and it's so much cheaper and affordable for us. So thank you. I
just want to chime in just real quick because people think now it's always based on your situation. But I met with a friend of mine the other day who does not have any insurance and I thought it was going to cost him probably a couple of $100 a month to get him covered for what I had this preconceived idea in my head. Well, I met with them, found out what his actual situation was, what kind of coverage he really needs, and I was able to find him a plan that's only going to cost him $99 a month.
Oh, cool.
So
even more
so I'm telling you, we have plans that range from $69 a month to, $1,800 a month. It just, they're all over the place. It just depends upon what your situation is, what your budget is.
Yeah.
There are options. Yeah. There are options. And that's just the biggest message to be out there and ask and find out.
Yeah. So let her be your advocate, your consultant, your go-to, your CSR, all
Yes.
those fun stuff. Just find out. Information makes a difference. And that's what I did. And I was really glad I did it, because for the past several years, we've had terrible insurance. And we really have. I mean, everybody just keeps kicking us off. And, you know, it's really, when you have family and kids that are still young and 5, and then people graduating and moving. And anyway, I'm just glad that my kids are covered till they're 26. I just feel so much more peace of mind. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad about that. So Tiffany Robbins, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for
Hope you
having me.
guys-
I'm just
yeah.
thrilled to death.
Yeah, it's just fun to talk to Tiffany anyway. And she's a wealth of information. She's helped me with her other background experience, you know, with her contacts and everything, you know, being a business owner herself. So she's just a great person. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and you contact her, and that she can help you. So again, thanks for joining us. Rochelle Baum, the Pain Whisperer. And of course, if you have any kind of pain, I would love to help you. You can message me. You can have a free 15-minute consultation, no strings attached, just so I can help you figure out if you need to go see a doctor or not. I also have a doctor that can give you a prescription if you need some physical therapy. So make sure to message me on Facebook. Also, next week, it's after Christmas, I'll be doing a live from my hometown in Provo, Utah. You'll probably be seeing my mom,
Exciting.
my 90-year-old mom. So we have a scheduled interview. So tune
fun.
in. It will be, you know, coming from Utah, and you'll get to hear some awesome things and see my awesome mom, who's amazing. So I can't wait to be seeing her. So tune in next week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we'll plan on seeing you then. Make sure and go get your car washed at Racer's Edge. Let them know that you watched the Barriers and Breakthroughs show. And we plan to see you next week. Make sure you have a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
And
Merry Christmas.
remember to love everybody else. And make sure and remember why we celebrate Christmas. And trying to be like our Savior, Jesus Christ, and doing what he would want us to do and helping each other. That's what makes life enjoyable and happy, is helping love one another and have peace in our hearts. So go out there and do something nice, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. We'll see you next week. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.